Hello, let's do the New York Times Hard Sudoku for October 23rd, 2023. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, we already have all our 2's in the top band, so that's not helpful. And I don't see anything else repeating. Let's look for crossings. So for here, what we'd be looking for is a 7 or an 8. Coming in from down here, there's nothing. For this one, we'd need a 9 or an 8. Okay, so the 9 is helpful. So let me explain how I found this. I'm just looking at givens that share a row or a column. In this case, they share a column within the same box. So what we want to do is we want to look at the row they don't occupy, right? So that's this row. We're excluding the box it's in. We're only looking at givens. And we're only looking at givens that aren't already placed in the box. So in this case, it's the 9 and the 8. Then we're looking at the 2 columns that these 2 don't occupy. And we're looking for a 9 or an 8 that's been placed. In this case, we have a 9. So this 9, this one here looks into this box this way. This 9 looks up. And by design of how we looked for this 1 and 4 are not 9. And so, but they are occupied. And so the 9 goes in one of these 2 cells. And that's always going to do, it's either going to be placed or it's going to point. So at worst, it's going to give you pointing, which is nice. So this 9 looks down in this box here, and these 2, they point down as well. And by pointing, what I mean is that because the only column that 9 can be in box 2 is column 6, that's the column that has to give the 9 to that box. And so that column can't have another 9 in it. So these can't be 9, or there'd be nowhere to place 9 in this box. So 9 is not here, 9 is not here, so 9's in one of these 2. And that's a non-trivial deduction. That can really help you solve the puzzle faster. All right, looking for more crossings here. So I have this 1 and 7 looking in for this 3, 2. The 7 is interesting because of this 7. So we get 7's pointing. Actually, we get 7 placed. And then there's a 7 up here. Very nice. Actually, this 5, see, this is another thing you can, this is the same thing. It's just, shuffled around, right? They don't have to be next to each other. They just have to be in the same box. So this 5 here looks up, this 5 looks in, and these aren't 5. So 5 is in one of these 2. And that does put a 5 down here as well. There's a lot. There's 4, and this 4 do a crossing with this 2, 8. So there's a 4 here. And those point down, putting a 4 down here. Anything else to look for? Okay, I think that's all we can get out of up here, but that's actually a lot more than I expected. I will note we have this 3 and this 3 looking in, and that does put a 3 in one of these 2. So that might be handy later to have that marked. All right, let's go down. Let's do this. So we have these, this next band. We have these 2 9s looking in, putting an eye in one of these 2. Looking at crossings, we have 5, 6, and 8. Yeah, the 6 is a crossing. So this 6 looks in, this 6 looks in, 2 and 3 are out there. Lots of crossings today. Like it. This 9 cannot be a crossing for the 6, 9 because there's already a 9 in the box, right? Whenever you have this, it doesn't hurt to look for something that's here and here. So the 1 in this example, it does put a 1 in one of these 2, and that can be helpful for sure to know that it's down to those 2 only. Okay, let's move on to the next band here. The 1s repeat. That 1 looks down. Actually, we had 4 1s looking into this box right from the start. So this 1 was a gimme right from the start. It's just my scanning pattern. I hadn't gotten to it yet. That's okay. The way that I scan, I just need to get through it all by the end of that first pass. And then my second pass is when we find the really good stuff. So no crossings on this 8, 6. No crossings on this 1, 6. No crossings on the 1, 7. Okay, and we don't have to look for crossings anymore because we've looked in every box. Unless we start placing digits, right? So like when we placed this 7, for example, we would want to have looked for new crossings. But now I just have to go vertically, and I really vertically, because we've already done a lot of the work horizontally, I'm just looking for digits that repeat. That's really all I'm looking for. So we have the 9s and the 2s repeating here. I think those are the only repeats. Let's look here. So vertical scanning is usually much faster than horizontal scanning. Oh, I have a crossing on this 1-5 though, which I hadn't noticed. So the 7's here. So there's a 7 in one of these two, and then there's a 7 down here. Already noticing things I want to do on my second pass, but we are going to finish this because we're almost done. We're going to finish the first pass. 7s are done here. Okay, no other repeats. All right, so in this box, this is what I want to look at. Notice how many corner marks we've got. We've got the 2, the 7, and the 9 corner marked in here. And they all avoid this cell. So I want to think about what this cell can be. So it can't be 1 or 2. It could be 3, 4, 5. Wow, okay. It can't be 6, 7, 8, or 9. It's down to 3, which is more than I thought, but that's just because things are really open around here, I guess. All right, so what in our second pass, we look at individual cells, and we're trying to find individual cells that are restricted. So down to 3 or fewer values. So the easiest way to find them, and the first thing I look for, is rows, columns, or boxes that have 4 or fewer empty cells. This puzzle may not have an example of that. Oh, it does have one. Here, column 3. So I'm just going to think about what digits are needed in column 3. You can also just pencil them, but I like to think about it first. 1, 3, 4, 7. So, for example, this one sees the 3 and the 7, so it can only be 1 or 4. This sees the 1, so 3, 4, or 7 are all possible. This sees the 7, so this can be 1, 3, or 4 only, and I think this can be any of them. No, it can't be the 3, so this is 1, 4, 7. Well, it can't be the 4 either, so only 1, 7. Okay. So it's these cells really that I'm going to be mostly interested in, is the bi-value cells with 2 values left, because they'll often form pairs either in the box, the column, the row, somewhere. They're very handy to have penciled. But I'll keep the 3s as well, because there's often triples as well. Any other restricted rows, columns, boxes? Okay. I don't see any. This box has 5 left. I'm definitely not going to pencil it, but I'm going to think about it and see if there's any cells. Like these 2 cells, actually, we already know that they're not 1, 2, 4, 7, and they're not 5, 9 from our corner marks. So that's already 6 digits. So these are down to 3 or fewer. So let's think about what those are. 3, which can only go here because of this 3. Can't be 4, 5, 6, which actually can only go here because this 6 is there. And then 8. And so this can only be 8. It sees every other digit. So we found a naked single 8 there. That's very nice. And that's basically using the strategy of cells that are avoiding our corner marks. And because this box was already very busy, it ended up very worth it. We know these 2 are going to be down to 3. It's going to be 3, 6, and then whatever the corner mark is. This can't be the 6 though. So this is only 3, 5. And then this can't be the 3, so this is only 6, 9. I think this can be any of 3, 5, 6, 9. So I'm going to leave that alone. Oh, this row is down to 4. I don't know how I missed that. Oh, it's because I just got the 8. That's how I missed that. I didn't miss it. We're just following up. All right. So we have 1, 2, 3. We need 4, 6, 7, 9. Well, neither of these can be 9. So these are from 4, 6, 7. This can't be 7. So this is from 4, 6, 9. And again, what we're doing is we're penciling cells. Naked singles are amazing. Love to get those. But we're also looking for just any cell that's 3 or fewer, which may just coincidentally cause a triple to be found, a naked triple or a naked pair. This column's down to 4 now. And when we already know it's down to only 4 values, it just needs to see one of them in order to be down to 3 or fewer, right? That's why it's nice to target those. So 1, 2, we need a 3. All of them can be 3. We need a 4 and a 5. These two can't be 5, notably. And then we need a 7. And this can't be 7. So I'm not going to keep this one because it's down to 4. But the other ones are good. What else can I target here? I want to think about this cell. It can be 1. It can't be 2, 3. I think it could be 4. 5. No, it sees the 5 there. I think it could be 6. It can't be 7. Or that's 7 even. It can't be 8, 9. Okay, 1, 4, 6. None of these are matching up today. This has been a strange puzzle, actually. I'm not sure I could have approached it differently, but I wonder what's going to crack this puzzle here. I could look at these two cells because they avoid the 4, 5. I am getting a little desperate, you may notice, but anyway, the 1 can only be there. We have 2, 3 already, 4 in the row. Can't be 5. We could be 6. Can't be 7, 8. Could be 9. Okay, so this is down to just 6, 9. So is that one. I wonder if they're the same. They don't have to be. Actually, being different would be really nice because that would actually force this to be 9. It's kind of weird, but it's true. But we don't know that they're different, so it's anyway. The reason for that is it would eliminate this 9. If one of these is a 9, this can't be 9, and then this must be 9 for the box. It's kind of interesting. So the only way that the 9 is here is if these are both 6s, which is actually a lot easier to see that if this is 9, these will both end up 6. So if they're different, this can't be 9, so the 9 goes there. Anyway, it's nice to form like little links in your head about like what cells are related or what might happen in certain situations, because that can really help understand the puzzle better. And it's also just makes it more fun to think about. That's really the reason I do it, but also sometimes you just find cool things. I'm not finding much of anything though. Maybe this cell. I'm really just targeting cells I don't have corner marks in that are in busy areas. So 1 can't be 2, 3, 4, 5. Could be 6, can't be 7. Could be 8. Couldn't have been a 9, not an 8. So if 8 were eliminated from here, we'd have a 1, 6, 9 triple, and that would do a lot. So that would be very nice, but I can't just eliminate the 8 from there for no reason. For all I know, this ends up in 8. Let's see. Maybe there's a corner mark somewhere that when I center marked a cell, I ignored it. I have not seen it yet. We did have quite a lot of pointing and claiming at the start, though, so I would like to find out if I did do that. Okay, this can't be 1, 2, or 3, or 4, so 5, 7, 8 are what's left. This can't be the 6 or the 9. None of this is helping. What am I missing here? It's probably a row or a column that has a hidden single in it, or it's a random naked single that I'm not seeing. Those are usually it. Now this sees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is another naked single 8. Okay, so these two 8s look down, and there's an 8 one of these two because this 8 looks in as well. Now tell me this 8 did something. Well, we can think about this row now. So we do need a 1. This is the only cell that can be 1 of the 3 I haven't penciled at least. 2, 3. We need a 4. This is the only that can be 4 of the ones I penciled. We need a 5 and a 6. So the 6 goes over here. I think anything can be 5, unfortunately. Still, all of them are quite limited. Hmm. I'm just going to point out things I'm noticing because I don't have anything interesting to actually say. But I'm noticing that I noticed this was penciled 6-9 and this was not penciled 6-9. Right? It doesn't have 6 or 9 in it. So I noticed that we have 6-9 in this box here. So these can't be 6-9. And then I don't know. I was just thinking about 6-9s in this column, but it didn't really go anywhere. I don't know why I'm mentioning it. I'm mentioning it because I don't have anything else to talk about. Because I haven't made any kind of breakthrough in this puzzle at all. It might be very naked single heavy, which is kind of, if you're going to use my method, naked singles are going to be the hardest thing to find, to be honest. But we do find them eventually. 1, this could be 2, can't be 3, can't be 4 because we have these corner marks. Also because there's a 4 right there. But anyway, so it can't be 3, 4, could be 5, can't be 6, 7, could be 8, 9. Ugh, that's down to 4. All right, I'm not keeping that. I think if there's more naked singles, it's going to be in like this area. Let's think about this box. As weird as it sounds, let's think about it. So it does need a 2. And I think the 2 can go anywhere. No, the 2 can't go here. So this cell might be interesting already. We need a 3, 4, 5. So we need 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. The really unfortunate thing is that this only sees the 2. Right, and I had this penciled earlier and I deleted it. That's kind of the problem. You have to choose between, are you going to be busy or are you going to recheck cells that you forgot you already checked? 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. These can't be 4 or 5. Okay. So these are from 2, 3, 7 only. So let's mark that. Maybe this cell, since it only has the 7 marked. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't be 5 actually. Can't be 6. Could be 7. Could be 8. Oh, no, can't be 8 or 9. Okay, so 3, 4, 7. Nice. So we have 2 3, 4, 7s in here. But we know that all of these cells introduce a 2. So we're not going to find like a 3, 4, 7 or 3, 4, 5, 7 quad or anything. I'm going to think about this cell now. It was what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. It can't be the 7 or the 4. So 2, 3, 5 is what's left. Wow. I have not struggled with a New York Times hard like this in a while. Just like literally no progress. Placed a couple easy digits. I'm not even sure like what cells to target at this point. This cell sees a 4 and a 9. So what can it be? It can be 1. Can't be 2, 3, 4. Could be 5. Or 6. Can't be 7, 8, 9. So this can't be 1, 2, 3. It could be 4, 5, 6, and that's it. Okay, so this is down to 4, 5, 6. This is crazy. What's going on with this puzzle? Okay, I'm gonna pull out something that I usually don't do, but I'm gonna go 1 digit at a time. I'm gonna see if I missed anything significant 1 digit at a time. So ones, I'm just gonna highlight everywhere that ones can go, and we're gonna look at if we can find a pattern. So ones can go here and here. So what I'm looking for are rows, columns, boxes with only 1 left, or I'm looking for claiming which is usually something I might miss on without a lot of inspection. So nothing with ones. I don't really think there's anything going on with that. Let's look at twos. So twos can be here. They can be in any of these. They can be in any of these. And the only reason I don't do this a lot is because it is very time consuming to do without like software help. Like if you have a piece of software that just tells you everywhere two can be, for example, that's not nearly as bad, but I don't know that I would use it. I feel like it kind of takes a little bit of the fun out, but it's all individual. Whatever's fun for you, use however much or little software help that you would like. If you want to auto mark everything, right? I don't care. While I'm scanning this, I did notice this cell avoids the 7, 8, and 9, but I don't know that that's enough because I think it can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It can't be 5, so 2, 3, 4, 6 is what it can be. Okay. Well, 2s didn't do anything, so let's 3s are going to be all over. Let's see. Maybe we'll get surprised by them. I think 3s can be anywhere in this box, literally, other than the 1 and the 5. They can be here, and they can be here. Okay, I'm not seeing anything here. I'm also not that great at scanning this way. So sometimes I'll go through the entire thing and I'll just have missed it. The thing I was looking for, I just completely miss. We're doing 4s now. This may not be the way to go, but I don't know what else to do at this point. I'm lost. I think 4 can be in any of these cells. So it's not looking like 4 is promising. Okay, 5s. Yikes. 5s are there. 5s are there. In this box, we can have 5s anywhere here. In this box, 5s can be here. I think in this box, they can be in any cell, as well as this box. That's not going to, oop, not there. And then over here, there can be here. I am taking note of like this column, it's in 2 places. The problem is I don't know if I'm going to remember any overlaps. If you can remember the overlaps, oops, yeah, I can undo. If you remember the overlaps, like, oh, I noticed 5 is limited to these 2, and also 3 was limited to these 2, then you can find your hidden pair in the column or something. But I'm not that good. You know what I haven't looked at is geometry, but I'm going to finish going through each digit first. I'm telling you, this takes a long time if you want to do it right. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything with that. It's 2 6s. The problem is we just don't have that much limitation on where these digits can go. So there's got to be something that's going to like really spawn a huge chain reaction that I just haven't located yet. But like, look, 6s can be basically anywhere. Oh, 6s are here, so they're not there, right? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything with 6s. I'm noting that this has 2 left. Okay, we're on 7s. Okay, 7s go there. 7s can go here or here. 7s go there. They're marked there. That's it. Certainly not anything to see there. Okay, on to 8s. We do have this 2 naked singles. Maybe that helps. We got 8s here. I don't have that marked. I'm gonna mark that. Oops, 8s. 8s are there. So that's one thing I missed, but I'm not sure it does anything. 8s are here. And in this box, 8s are here. Not seeing anything there. I feel like something's going. Oh, I shouldn't have that highlighted. That's why. Something was weird over here. But yeah, now it's not weird. I'm desperate because we're almost out of digits. All right, nines. Nines are there. Nines are there. Nines are there. Here. Here. Okay, these nines line up. So nines go down there. So we can mark that at least. It took getting to nines, but I found it. Okay, so really what we want to look at is where does 9 go in this row? And it's actually a little bit complicated to see, but 9, okay, let's do it in 2 steps then. Where's 9 in this row? Well, it's not here and it's not here because we have the 9s. No, I have a 9 cornered here. Oh, darn. Never mind. Is it 9 in this column then? No. Sorry, these don't line up because of this. Okay, I didn't find anything. Okay, let me explain what I was going to say because I know you'll be like, oh, what were you going to say? If this can't be a 9, it can be, but let's pretend that it couldn't be a 9. Then these couldn't be 9. None of these would be 9 because we have 9s here, 9s here. These line up. That's all the 9s we get for these 2 rows. So anyway, in this row, 9 would be in one of these 3. But then now this column needs a 9. And notice that this 9 sees here, these 2 9s see here. And we couldn't put a 9 in one of these 2 because it's down here. So that would place this 9. I think we can still salvage this a little bit. We can say 9s are here in this column, which does prevent 9 from appearing in any of these. But unfortunately, 9 can be in 2 places in this row, so we can't just place it. In fact, placing it here would be much handier. I don't know, maybe either way would be pretty nice, actually. I would like to place a 9. That would be nice. All right, so I got these gates corner marked, and I got these 9s corner marked as a direct result of looking at each digit one at a time, but I also am pretty confident now that I'm not missing a hidden single anywhere. So, we are almost a half an hour into this solve, and I have very few digits, which is really unusual. So maybe I should look at this cell since we know it can't be 9, and that was a non-trivial deduction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The problem is it can be like any of these digits. So I don't see how that's helpful. Okay, what can I do? Okay, let's look at geometry then. And geometry might be a term I made up, but I don't think I made it up necessarily, but I'm not sure that this is like the normal way people call it, but that's how I call it. So just to give an example, which I don't think this one's a fruitful one, but we notice that that 2, 5, and 9 are in this box, and they all avoid this column. And so this column we know is going to need a 2, 5, 9. It doesn't have any of those placed. So they have to go here, and it's not the 3, right? So we have these 5 open cells for 2, 5, 9. If we could reduce that to 3 open cells for 2, 5, 9, then we'd have a hidden triple. The 2 and the 9 are reduced to these 3, but we have not reduced the 5 down here, so that is not helpful. I told you it wouldn't be, but that's the kind of thing I'm looking for. So like this 2, 3, 9 avoids this row. So we need 2, 3, 9 in all these. But again, it's 4 cells, not 3, so it's not helpful. We could add 6 to the mix. If this was a 1, then that would be helpful because we'd have 1, 2, 3, 9 in these cells. We'd actually be able to place the 1. And then 2, 3, 9 would go in here. That would be amazing. But if it's a 4, unfortunately, we already know where the 4 is in the row. So we can't use that. But this is the kind of thing we're looking at now. 6, 8, 9. Not seeing what to do with that. 1, 4. So like 2, 3, and 8. There's already a 7 in the column, but 2, 3, and 8 need to be placed. Ah, I found it. Oh, finally. Okay. This column needs 2, 3, and 8. This 2, 3, 8 takes it out of these 3, and this 2, 3, 8 takes it out of this one. Now there's only 3 places left for 2, 3, 8. So this must be only 2, 3, 8. Cannot be anything else. If I put anything else in these cells, this column will not be able to have 2, 3, and 8 in it, because there will only be 2 cells left that could accommodate them. That means this is not a 9. That means we can place the 9. That used up a 1 corner mark, so we can place the 1. That used up a 6 corner mark. We can place the 6. That gives us this 4, this 5, and we are off to the races. Holy cow, this took a long time. I don't know why I didn't think to look at geometry. We haven't had geometry in a while, I think is the reason. And so I wasn't looking for it. All right, 7 and 3. This is 2, 3. Wow, this is just completely collapsed now. The 9 goes here. This is the 6. This is the 3. Wow, I can just place. I don't even have to clean up. Okay, now, okay, the 7 can be placed. All right, this can't be 2 or 7. That can't be 7. That can't be 4. Okay, let's just fill these. Oh, let's fill this in. It's a 4 and a 3. Here we need a 2, which goes there, and a 5. This row needs a 1. Here we need a 6 and an 8. Let's do these first, and then we can get the 6 and 8. This is a, what's with it? 5, 2, 5, 9. Hey, it did end up being the 2, 5, 9. Hey, look at that. This can only be the 9, can't be 2 or 5. So this is a 2, 5 pair. Right, remove that 9. So these 9s, okay, the 9s did not end up lining up. So good thing I didn't use that. I would have broken the puzzle. Also, good thing I didn't use it because it would have been bad logic, and I don't like bad logic because then it doesn't help you. If I make a lucky guess, that's actually the worst thing I can do in a solve, because I want to teach how to solve without making lucky guesses, right? I'm just going to pencil at this point. We need 2, 4, and 8. So this can only be the 2. Just saving a little time at the end here because it's not that interesting. 5 and 2. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 5 and 8 here. We know the order. And then we need 3 and 6 here. And we're done in 32 minutes. Wow. Yeah. Now the question is, yeah, this 2, 3, 8 is not from the start. I was thinking whether it was from the start or not, because getting that from the start would have made this puzzle super streamlined. It's only from the start if you're auto marking and you see this naked single. Is this a naked single from the start? Is a question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Yeah. So if you spot this naked single right from the start, then you have the 2, 3, 8 looking here, and you have this 2, 3, 8 looking here, and you get this hidden triple. And I think the rest of the puzzle is going to go very smoothly for you because you're going to be able to place this 9. And that just collapsed the entire puzzle. I'm not even sure you need anything else other than this naked single and this 2, 3, 8 triple, but it's possible I found something else interesting. There were a lot of crossings that I baked in to my penciling, so who knows. Well, that was a very long solve. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Maybe I'll label it something like getting unstuck in Sudoku or something like that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And of course, if you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.